because we all know that George Foreman became the heavyweight champion of the world. Big George Foreman. Foreman, my sisters and brothers, 6'4", over 220 pounds, and he is the champion. He had annihilated Joe Frazier. He had wiped out Ken Norton, both of whom had defeated Muhammad Ali. And so in 1974, there's the Rumble in the Jungle. And you know what happened? Ali is getting ready for the fight, but look what Ali did. If you get a chance, check out, if you please, the wonderful documentary When We Were Kings, because Ali every single day would announce his arrival in training camp. Guess how he would do it? Here comes your shout. Ali would come into training camp in a dazzling robe. He would get to an African drum, and then he would beat the drum to a rhythm, and it simply announced, the champ is here, the champ is here. Y'all miss your shout. Let me do it one more time. Ali is fighting for the heavyweight title. Big George has the title, but Ali would come into camp and announce his own arrival and say, the champ is here. I'm gonna do it one more time. Muhammad Ali did not have the title. He was fighting for the title. George Foreman had wiped out Frazier, had annihilated Ken Norton, and even the people in Ali's camp didn't think he could win the fight. But Ali wasn't tripping on what they thought. I think I'll stop right there and simply say to our young people, we celebrate you today because you have the sense to cancel your subscription to what other people say about you. Because in this life, it ain't about what other folks say about you. It's what you say about you. And what you say about you ought to be rooted in what God says about you. No wonder the poet said, if you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself. If you're going to win a prize, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. I just said something right there. In this life, it ain't about what other people say about you. It's about what you say about you. And what you say about you ought to be rooted in what God says about you. I'll tell you what God says about you. You're a child of the King. That makes you a prince. I'll tell you what God says about you. You're a special treasure, a royal priesthood. You're the head, not the tail, on top and not the bottom. I think I'm in church. I better bring this thing down because I'm simply saying to all of our young people up in this house, if you're going to swim against the waves, if you're going to rise to the top in spite of life not being a crystal stair, you better learn how to speak words of encouragement to yourself even when other people don't believe in you. Make sure you believe in you. I guess I didn't come through clear. I'll give it to you like this. I give it to you like this. Ali, watch this, would announce his arrival. May I do it one more time? The champ is here. The champ is here. And finally, the hate-filled reporters went up to Ali and said, Mr. Ali, why are you announcing your arrival saying the champ is here when you are not the champ? You don't have the title. And Ali clapped right back and said, I did not say the title holder is here. I said the champ is here. You see, the title is what George has, but champ is who I am. In a real sense, I'm suggesting to every brother in this house, in this life, you don't discover who you are, you decide who you are. And once you decide who you are, then you define who you are. And when you define who you are, no one can confine who you are. Why? Because you've canceled your subscription to what other people have to say about you. But that's not all I want to say. When I say the champ is here, that announcement recognizes that real champions recognize that their life is not simply about themselves. In a real sense, you are to be not just a person who is secure in your identity, but you must recognize, you must have the sense to be God's instrument.